Hi guys, it's a beautiful quiet morning and I'm just sitting in my dining room. I got tagged by two of my friends, Allan Fisher and Melissa Whitt. So it's a short and simple questionnaire, and I'm going to answer to the best of my ability. These 10 questions, they're all about food. The first one, number one, is my favorite crock pot meal. You know, I don't hardly ever use a crock pot. When I got introduced to pressure cooking, it kind of threw the crock pot out the window. But that's only because, you know, my children aren't home. They're all grown and gone, and I don't work anymore. So I don't have to wait all day for a meal. I don't have to come home and have a meal ready for me because I'm here. But in the days that I did, I think my favorite thing to cook in it was chicken and potatoes and carrots. It makes a mean chicken. It really does. The last thing I cooked in it, and it's on my channel, is the awesome 3-ingredient pot roast. And it makes a very tender pot roast. But as far as crock pot goes, meals go, I just don't use a crock pot anymore, very seldom. Number two, what is my favorite easy cleanup meal? Well, this is a simple question because when you use a pressure cooker, everything's in one pot. And anything that's left over, you put in the refrigerator and clean that one pot up. I love using a pressure cooker. I really do. So that would be my answer. I don't have a particular recipe, but anything that I do in a pressure cooker is my favorite easy cleanup meal. I love doing pasta in a pressure cooker. And that pulled Boston butt, it was delicious. All right, number three, my favorite Pinterest dish. I hate to disappoint y'all. I don't look at Pinterest. I have looked at it, and there's wonderful ideas and recipes on there, but I don't use those recipes. So I hate to disappoint you, but that's more or less, that's the answer. All right, number four, the healthiest dinner dish I make. Well, you know, I like my squash recipe with the water chestnuts. And, of course, it's got some sour cream in it, but any vegetable dish is healthy. So I like that squash recipe. That's one of my favorites. And I also like the kale and meatball soup. Kale is just so good for you. So I love those two things. The favorite soup I make, this is number 5. I love vegetable soup with sausage in it. Not a whole lot of sausage, just a little. But that is one of my favorite soups. And the other one, and I think you've heard me mention it on my channel, is hamburger stew. I love that soup. So those are my two favorites, and I don't have them real often, but now that winter and fall is almost here and winter's approaching, I'm sure I'll be having more of them. Number 6, my most unique dish. You know, I don't make unique dishes. All of mine are simple and straightforward, and that's the way I always like to cook, and I guess I still cook that way. But I guess my most unique dish would be the squash with the water chestnuts in it. It's delicious. Number 7 is my favorite pasta dish. Well, I put this on my channel and I actually got it off the Blue Jean Chef, her cookbook. I think it was called Comfortable Under Pressure. But it was a pasta dish with sausage and artichokes and sun-dried tomatoes and peppers, bell peppers of different colors. That is the best pasta, and it's so hearty. And of course, the standard American favorite is macaroni and cheese. I love macaroni and cheese. I don't eat it very often though. But those are my 2 favorite pasta dishes. Now, number 8 is my kids' favorite meal. Well, if it was my grandchildren, this is so simple. They loved French toast with cinnamon. And whenever they came to visit, I'd have to fix them French toast. And they remember it to this day. I had to fix them not too long ago. One of my granddaughters, Mariah, she came by and she asked me if I would fix some cinnamon French toast. They loved it. And my children, their favorite meal is the deep fried pork chops. In fact, everybody in the family likes that. We all like deep fried pork chops. That's one of my favorites too. Number 9 is a dish I always bring to potlucks and family gatherings and parties. Well, that is so simple. I always bring a dessert of some kind, usually a cake and cheese balls. They like my cheese balls and they like my desserts. And another thing they like for me to bring is the corn and green bean casserole. That is so good. It makes me want some right now. And another cake that's on my recipe site that I love and really doesn't get a whole lot of hits, but it's delicious. Y'all ought to try it. It's called Archie Hilda's Brown Sugar Cake. It's wonderful. And so is the praline, butter pecan praline cake. Those are my 2 favorites. Now, number 10 is actually not a question, so I'm going to make a question for number 10 because it's supposed to be 10 questions. What are my 2 favorite meals? Top of the list is country fried steak and gravy. I just love it. I get it if I go out to eat and they have good country fried steak and gravy, that's what I get. And the other one is the pork chops, deep fried pork chops. Now I'm supposed to tag 3 friends. And I am going to tag Simply Sara Kitchen, Phyllis Stokes, and the Hillbilly Kitchen. Those are the 3 people that I want to answer these questions. You all have a great day, and thanks for listening. Take care.